Hello, this is it. This is the first episode of Before the Doors Open podcast. The conversation I've been thinking about and planning for months, and I couldn't think of a better person to start it with. Today's guest has organized events, hosted retreats, and mentored many business owners, and also has become one of the most important people in my own working life. So this episode is part conversation, part celebration, and entirely worth of your next 25 minutes, maybe. Welcome to the doors before the doors open. I have to learn to do this. The show is about everything that happens before you walk into the room, set up your stand, or step onto the stage. I'm Adriana Nicole. I'm a brand identity designer and business strategist. I help exhibitors and speakers show up so people walk up and not walk past. I'm so happy to welcome Emma Hine to the show today. Emma is a certified business strategist, the founder of the Growth Event, a brilliant retreat host, and someone who has seen events from every single angle there is: organizer, speaker, attendee, mentor. If anyone knows what makes a first impression land, it's her. And there's a lovely thread woven into today's conversation. The Growth event in December is the very event where I'll be exhibiting for the first time. So we get to talk about the first impressions from two seats at the same table. Emma, thank you so much for being here and for putting up with me today and for being the very first guest.
My absolute pleasure. I am honoured that you have me as your first guest. Absolutely honoured. And I'm really, really looking forward to this conversation.
Me too. Hope it goes well in the end. And we have some fun with it. Tell us a bit about you and the work you do.
Okay, so I'm going to start very, very quickly, and I will be quick, I promise, with my backstory, because my backstory is really what has made me do what I do now. So my backstory is one of building a seven-figure business, but doing it the hard way. Doing it the most complicated possible way that you could and allowing it to consume me as a person. So eventually I made the decision, which was a very difficult decision, but absolutely the right decision, to walk away from that business and build something in a simpler, more sustainable way. And now I am honoured that I get to help other people do exactly that. So I'm a business growth strategist, helping established business owners simplify and make the money that they want without that actually running their life for them. Being in a room with people is one of my absolute favourite things to do. So it made complete sense for me to become an event host as well. So as Adriana has already said, I host the Growth event. I'm running a retreat for the first time this year, which is super, super exciting. I host mastermind days, experience days, lunch and natter events, literally anything that brings people together. I love to do that. So yeah, that's me.
Plus the lunch and natto. The lunch and natto is an amazing thing. I'm happy to come all the time.
It is. It's just so important, isn't it? Sometimes to just bring people together.
Yes. Yes. You've seen events from different angles, as the organizer or as the attendee, as the speaker. What did you learn, and what taught you about the first impressions?
For me, I think there's two things really, and I'll come at this from a stand perspective, and if you want me to expand on that from any other perspective events, then I absolutely will. But I'll start from an exhibitor's perspective and what draws me into exhibitor stands. So there's two things really. The first is, does the stand entice me? And the second is, are the people who are stood behind it welcoming? I have been to quite a few events over the years, both in this business and in my old business. We used to go to a lot of big trade events. So at the NEC, great big events, people had spent hundreds of thousands of pounds on some of these stands. You'd go to the stand and everybody behind there was sat there on the phones looking down, completely oblivious to the fact that there's people who have come who are interested in the product or service that they've got. So for me, that is a key part of it. The person or the people behind the stand have got to want to be there. They've got to look like they're happy to be there. They've got to look like they want to welcome people and have those conversations. But before that, is the bit that's sort of like, am I going to want to go to that stand in the first place? Because that is the first thing. If a stand looks boring, drab, complicated, untidy, doesn't actually catch your eye, the chances are you're going to walk straight past, because there'll be other stands. And we all know when you go to events, there's a lot of places you want to be, a lot of people you want to speak to. So your stand needs to stand out. Stand needs to stand
I
out.
like that one. I like. May I use it? May I have permission to use that phrase?
You heard it here first. If it makes her a million, it was mine.
All right, your stand needs to stand out.
Stand needs to
Good
stand
one.
out. It's true, isn't it? You're not going to go over
Yes,
and even find out if the conversation is worth having if that stand doesn't stand out. So for me, it's those two things, really.
love it. I love it. We agree. We agree. Take us back to one of your events, the growth event, for example, or choose another. What was happening for you just before the doors open? You are the organizer. You were the organizers, for example, at this one, if you choose. How was it before everybody, before you open the doors and welcoming people in?
Oh my goodness. I first hosted the growth event back in October 2023. And I'm going to use the word hosted really loosely there, because I was petrified. There was no way I wanted to be on that stage. Absolutely no way I wanted to be the person leading
Well,
the event that everybody was looking at and everybody was talking about. So I brought somebody in to actually host the event for me. I did go on stage, I did speak, I did do the things, but in a very limited way. And just to put that into context, me launching the growth event was done on the back of me. I'd been out of the world for a little while because my daughter passed away. So I stepped back from business, but I wanted to get back into the world. But going into other people's events petrified me, because I thought, what are people going to say? Are people going to ignore me? Are they not? Are they going to find it difficult to see me for the first time? So my way of dealing with that, which probably sounds really crazy, was to launch an event. So it was to bring people into my room because it somehow felt safer for me. So I was petrified, absolutely petrified. To this day, I still have no idea how I filled that room for the first ever time, but I did. And I finished the event, and 2 months later, I thought, I'm doing this again. So in 2023, I did one in October and one in December. People always tell me how calm I am as a host. And for me, that comes from two places. One is I'm a planner by nature. One of my roles in corporate was a planning manager. So I am a planner. I make sure that I know exactly what is going where. But more importantly, I keep everything simple. And when I say simple, I don't mean boring or plain or don't do all of the things, but I don't overcomplicate anything. And that's in everything I do in business. So that follows through to my events. Running an event is scary. Not knowing what people are going to think when they walk through that door is scary. Trusting your event on other people because you are relying on your speakers giving the right value to the audience is scary. Those nerves are absolutely real. I remember my mouth being dry, and I remember sitting there through the whole thing all the time, just constantly thinking, I hope people are having fun. I hope people are enjoying this. I could see the smiles, the laughter, and all of that going on. But the nerves are real. Hosting a big event or hosting a small event, hosting any event is scary, but it's great. I absolutely love doing it. So I hope that's answered your question.
yeah, yeah. I was thinking before you said what makes you feel like that. It's like also, yes, you are an organizer and you plan everything ahead because you like the things done properly. Are you a different person when, like, you are Emma now, you're relaxed, but then you will step into I believe I will do that. I will step into a different person of myself when I know everything in front of me. Does that make sense?
It does make sense. I mean, I tend to just be me, whatever happens, and I tend to, and I think this has happened through the fact that I've been through things that have made me realise that there's much more uncomfortable things in life that can happen.
Yeah.
But for me, I try really hard to just be me at all times, and you take that at face value. If I'm not your person, I'm not your person. And I think that helps me to keep calm. Trust me, I might look calm, but underneath, especially that first event, my feet were doing this. And this year, the growth event has gone bigger. We've got a bigger venue, we've got a bigger room, we've got a bigger stage, we've got everything bigger. I'm going to be back in that position I was in October 2023 before we open the doors to that event. You're not going to see that, I hope, and I'm going to have an amazing time, as is everybody else. But there's a lot of different stuff, a lot of different logistics that I have got to do this time. So I know I'm going to be back exactly where I was in October 2023, and this will be the 7th time I've done it.
Wow. Can't wait for that one.
I can't either. I really can't wait to see your stand.
Oh my goodness. Let's not talk about that one yet. When you walk a floor of stand, what makes you stop? I know we talked slightly before about it, but what stands out in the first few seconds? I always talk, I say, you got 3 seconds to attract someone's eye and interest. What attracts your eye? Say you're in at the door. What will make you walk up to someone 5 meters?
I mean, if it's pink, I'm going to be there, aren't I? Let's be honest. Let's be honest.
Good, fair enough, fair enough.
But joking aside, for me, if you stand back and look at a row of exhibitors, the one that's going to grab my attention is the one that looks really clear. It's probably going to have a colour in there that pops, something that is going to actually just grab my eye as we look past. 3 seconds isn't long, is it? So something needs to grab your attention. So I joke about that if it's pink, I'm going to be there. But if it probably is something to do with a colour, having a colour that pops, something that grabs your attention. And that colour could be black and white. You know, it doesn't have to be a bright colour. It's just something that makes it really clearly stand out to me. That would be if I only have 3 seconds, that's what it would have to be.
I tested this thing before at a last event that I went. I won't name now, but it was literally not color, because I had that opportunity. It was the simplicity and bright white, plain white, and the simplicity of it. And I'm like, oh my God, I need to go there. And I went and I chat. Like, that was it. Okay, moving forward. What's a common mistake you see exhibitors making without even realizing that they're actually making that mistake?
One common mistake. I would say it's probably making the stand about them. So, you know, their logo, their products and services, the things that they actually sell, rather than making it about the people who are walking past. And what I mean by that, and that's the same with all of your marketing, and a stand is a form of marketing, isn't it? Let's be very clear. Having an exhibitor stand, it is you are marketing your business. Your stand absolutely needs to be on brand. There's no doubt about it. So I'm not saying have a stand that's not on brand. I am not saying that at all. It needs to be on brand, but it can't just be about that. It's what you put into the stand that makes it about the person that's passing by, because they need to be able to see that stand and think, I need to have this conversation with the person. I don't need to know what you offer in terms of products and services in the 3 calls a week, 4 of these, 5 of these. That at that point doesn't matter. It's just something that actually says these people on this stand are for me, and I need to connect with them. And I think what a lot of people do is, and I get why, is they focus very heavily on, I need to sell these things, therefore my stand will be a selling stand, rather than an attract people in stand, have the conversation, and then we can do the selling separately. So for me, I think it would be that your stand, unless obviously you are selling, let's use the lovely Majulis as an example. They sell the most yummy chocolates and cookie pies. Their stand is very much about, I'm coming to eat your chocolate. But I think you just need to get it right, in the sense that your stand is about the people who are coming to view it, not about what you are trying to sell to them. Hope that makes sense.
Yeah. If I may say my own, because it always triggers me when you said on brand. I think many people do the mistake of considering on brand having the logo high up large in front, or using just the colors everywhere possible, using the colors of the brand. There it is branded. I disagree with that a lot. I think you can make use of the brand visually in a lot of ways and adding the messaging in it, what you want to express before you put your logo up there. Because the logo already goes secondary. You can just forget about the logo on that. As much as I love a logo.
Absolutely. People don't remember your logo, do they? They remember how your brand made them feel.
Yes.
And I think
Yes.
that's really important, isn't it? Things like, I'll always know you for your red. That's people will know me for the pink. Although if you're looking at me today, I don't have anything pink, not even my normal pink nails on. It's because I've been to a
What's
wedding,
going
so I
on?
had to tone them down.
What happens?
They'll be back. It's because of the wedding. I went to a wedding, so they have to be toned up. Don't worry, they'll be back to pink. So it's things like that you do remember from a brand point of view, but actually it's that feeling, isn't it, that you get from somebody.
Yeah. Right. I have something useful for the audience. So let's see. If someone is exhibited as one of your events for the first time, and I'll be one of those in December, what's the one bit of advice you'd give to them?
Well, it wouldn't be me, would it, at all, if I didn't say simplicity has to be the thing that you're going to take to the core of this. So
Definitely.
yeah, absolutely. It would be getting crystal clear, really, on the one outcome that you want from the day before you even go and shape what your stand is going to look like. What is the outcome you are trying to drive? What conversations are you looking to have? How are you going to follow up with people? Because a lot of people turn up hoping that it goes really, really well. I've got a stand and I hope I get something out of it. Hope's not a strategy. So for me, it's just getting really clear on what is it you want to get out of that stand, so you can turn up intentionally, because when you turn up intentionally, you're far more likely to get what you want from it, rather than had a couple of conversations. So that, for me, that would be it. Keep it simple. What's the one thing you want to get from it?
Yes, keep it simple. And something came up to my mind: go hard or go home. And I said to my husband, if I'm not preparing for this one properly and I show up as I should, I'd rather not do it. I don't care. I paid for it. I'd rather not come, because I would say I'm sick, but I'm not coming if I'm not preparing well, and I must prepare well.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think that's key, isn't it? There is absolutely no point investing in something in your business,
Yeah.
whether that's a stand or anything else, if you're not actually prepared to do the work that you need to do to get the outcome that you want to get from it. I don't believe anybody goes into investing in as an exhibitor or a sponsor or a speaker or whatever it is at an event without wanting to get something from it. So get intentional with that.
Yes, but I think, yeah, many people don't know exactly how to get
Exactly.
intentional.
But they have people like you, Adriana, that can help them with that.
Here I am. Okay, have some fun. What's your best snack that you will always pick out of a million?
Oh gosh, snack. And ask me that when I'm being good. I tell you what, you'll always find in my
Switch the
possession
topic quite
on
fast.
my desk here, a packet of polos. You'll always find a packet of polos on my
You like
desk.
those?
I always there's always polos on my desk, in my handbag, wherever I go. I always take polos, because I think if you're hungry, if you're thirsty, a polo will always help.
I like the Walkers, although I don't like the version of them. I love lace. I grew up with lace. But Walkers do it if I don't find my lace.
Yeah, I love a good bag of Lay's, I have to say.
Yep. The thing you always forget to pack.
Ooh, do you know, what do I always
What
like
did
to
you forget when you left
do you know, I don't
for the
tend
wedding?
to forget to pack anything, because I always travel
A
light.
notebook.
But I tell you what, I always do forget to do when I go to events, and I want to tell everybody to not do this, because you will regret
Oh,
it, is take photos. I always, and you will know this, you've been to my events, you've been in rooms with me, we do lunch and knacker every time. I always forget to take photos. I'm there, I'm in the moment, I'm enjoying myself, I'm connecting with people. The last thing
yes.
I think about is a photo. And then you come to do something a bit later, further down the line, and you think, I wish I got a photo for that event to be perfect for this social media post. So it's not what I forget to do to take with me, but it's something I do forget to do. So get the photos, people. And if you're ever at an event with me, get a photo with me and share it with me, because I guarantee I won't have any.
When is your birthday? I'm thinking of something. I've been wishing so badly for those glasses who take
Oh yes,
photos, the meta glasses.
yes, the meta glasses.
I've been wishing for that because everything I see, I just want to take a picture. Even if I'm not in the picture, I want to take the picture. It's like
Have you
what my
ever
eyes see.
worked with people that wear proper glasses?
I don't know.
Because if I couldn't wear my normal glasses and I just got to wear them and you can't actually see properly through them, I don't know
I'm
what.
actually going to find out.
Yeah. Anyway, we digress.
Yes. Can you please now tell me, no, not me, everybody, tell us about your work. Share everything you have to share, everything, anything that is new. I know you have something coming up that you're talking about on social media, the mastermind.
Yeah, I
Talk
absolutely.
about anything you want to share to everybody.
Oh gosh. I move fast. I
Just
move really,
get
really
it
fast.
out.
I'm constantly up to something. So there's a number of ways that you can come and connect and work with me if building a business that you actually love is something that is on your radar. So if you're wanting to make money but actually not let it take over your life, that is where I come in. So I do it in a number of ways. I have the Simplicity Club, which is my membership, which Adriana, you are a member of my membership. And you know that is a brilliant community. It's only £29 a month, but we have
Keep
hot
talking
seat
about it to
calls.
everybody.
Yes, we have hot seat calls, we have networking, we have training, we run challenges in there. We have so much that goes on in there. It's a really, really quite packed agenda, and it's becoming a lovely community, isn't it? We recently relaunched that.
Yes.
People have come in. It's a beautiful, beautiful community. So that's a great place to start if you want to have a taste of what it's like to be in the crazy world of Emma. I also have, which I am currently in launch for, so I tend to only open this once every 6 months, sometimes 12 months, depending on how many are in there. And this is my mastermind. So this is for people who are a little bit further along in the journey, who are aiming for those multi-six figures. So you've got an established business already, but you're wanting to either make more money or you're wanting to make the money that you're making now without it being so time consuming. So we can look to save you the time rather than the money. It's a very bespoke mastermind. You get lots of access to me because that is something that I find really, really important. If you invest in me, you want to work with me, therefore you get access to me. So they're sort of like my two core offers. I have lots of other stuff that sits around that, so you can spend a day with me. I host lots of events. So as Adriana's already said, or we've just spoke about, I have my growth event later this year. I'd love lots of you to come along to that. That's on the 7th of December in Solihull. And I'm also hosting my first retreat this year, which is super, super exciting. That's taking place in September. It's in the Peak District, and I cannot wait for that. There's going to be some amazing people in that room. We have a house to ourselves. We have our very own private farmhouse. I'm super, super excited. So that's
And
me.
I'm super, super sad I cannot go.
Oh, sorry, sorry. Your time will
Well,
come. Your time will
I
come when
know
you can come
my
along.
kids will grow.
Exactly, exactly that. But for now, I know it's hard some days, but try and enjoy them because they grow up so quick.
I'm the mommy first. I'm the mommy first. I think
Absolutely.
you'll
And that is
come to that.
exactly what I would always say to anybody. It's your life first, the business you build around that.
Yes. Right. I will have you share the details at the end and I'll share it together with this podcast, your social contacts and everything. Now, I want to say what I'm taking from today more than anything else is that the first impressions aren't about being polished and looking glamorous. They're about being clear, and the clarity is a kindness to you and the person walking past you. So if you have an event coming up, look at your stand, your slides, even your introduction, and ask one question. Am I being clear or am I being clever? Because clarity wins every time. And that is it. The very first episode of Before the Doors Open. And I said it clearly. Thank you for being here today. This one is especially. If something here made you feel differently about how you show up at your next event coming, send it to someone who needs to hear it, who needs to watch it. I'm Adriana Nicole. Come and find me. I love to know what you thought about this first episode. And until next time, get ready. The doors are about to open.